So yesterday I posted a video, and it was the first time that I got like a really positive response, not only from friends but also people that I don't know. So over there I decided to write down all the comments so that I can wake up in the morning and read them, all the positive encouragement that everyone gave me. Feels really good. Wife is still sleeping, so I thought it'd be a more considerate thing to go outside and record. But this whole thing, that's definitely gonna be an issue. So it's been about like 3 weeks about this whole experience, but I've been creating content for a while, like longer than just these, this 100 video challenge. And this is the first time that I think that I've actually gotten like a really positive response on social media in general. Now, this isn't to brag or to toot my own horn, but this is for me 2 things. One, this is to celebrate the little wins, those little accomplishments. I call them the lowercase W's. I mean, you have the big W's and then you have the lowercase W's. This is a small win, and I think you should always celebrate your small wins. And secondly, I wanted to make a conscious decision for myself on what information I was taking in the morning. On mainstream media, you don't really have that decision. You kind of just take in whatever you're being fed. But on social media, that's what I find really fascinating, is that you have the decision on what you're going to feed yourself in the morning or all throughout the day. And that could be positive, it could be negative, it could be inspirational, it could be all sorts of things. But I wanted to start off this morning with something inspirational, something that meant something to me, that was encouraging, but also gave me a sense of, well, this life is good. Okay, it's hot out here. We gotta go back inside. That's much better. Let me tell the wife that we're gonna record, and then we'll keep going. Give me a second. Okay, we're good, but I gotta walk the dog real quick. Morning. Be right back. Okay, let's do this again. So I think it's really important to remind yourself of not only who you are, but also what you're capable of. I mean, these comments, these nice things that people said, it means a lot to me. But it also is a reminder for me of what I'm capable of. I mean, when you're filled with doubt, when you're filled with insecurity and you're just unsure, like, how do you handle that? How do you tackle that? Now, honestly, I don't always have up days. I'm very positive and I can be very energetic, but I'm just like you, man. I'm a human being. I have my days where I'm just not feeling it. So first and foremost, thank you so much for those that commented, that shared. It really means a lot to me. And this is a small win. I mean, I know that there's other people that have like way more, but that's not what we're focusing on. We're focusing on the lowercase W, the small wins, because those are important too. And one of the things that I know kills your day is wanting other people's lives. Envy itself, it kind of destroys your joy, because we're always wanting somebody else's life, their lifestyle, or maybe their own accomplishments. But that's why I think it's important to focus on your accomplishments and the things that you've done, and to remind yourself in those mornings, because not only does it feel good, but it takes away that desire to want other people's success. And when it comes to the information that we take in, yes, we have the decision to take in positive or negative information, especially in the morning, but I think the same thing applies in social media. Sometimes the first thing you can do is to wake up and go onto your phone, your Instagram, your Facebook, your YouTube, or whatever, and the first thing you do is to look at other people's success. And for the most part, it's a filtered image of somebody else's success. You don't really know what that person went through or has gone through to get to where they are. But it's not healthy if the first thing that you do in the morning is wake up and watch other people live their life. I'm so far away, and this person has this. I wish I had more. And I only have this. Don't worry about that stuff. Don't even focus on it. It's toxic, and it can consume not only your morning, but the rest of your day. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna read you a couple of the comments. These comments aren't about me. These comments are about you. One of my favorite ones. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Somebody said, "Cool stuff, bro. What mic do you use?" Serious face. So there's these 2 comments that are on here. I mean, there's a lot of great comments, so thank you to everybody. There's 2 comments on here that really stand out to me. They're short and they're simple. One of them is this, "Thank you for sharing this." And another one, somebody wrote, "I really needed this." Now just let those 2 things sink in, because I think that it's important for you to hear, because whatever you create, whatever you do, whatever your work is, whatever that passion is, thank you for sharing that. And if you haven't shared it, share it. Because the next one I think really hits home is for somebody to say, "I really needed this." That you may not think that your work is worth anything. You may think that no one's gonna look at this, but even if it's one person, you never know who needs to hear it. And you never know who needs to see it. You never know how people are gonna be inspired. You never know who needs to hear your story. Be careful of the information that you're taking in the morning. Make sure that you have a good morning. Make sure that you're not just feeding yourself negative information in the morning, and also make sure that you're not desiring and wanting other people's success and you're focusing so much on envy that you forget about all the good things that you have in your own life. So to my fellow creators, keep creating, because you never know who needs to hear your story, and you never know who needs to experience your work, your passion, your creativity. And whenever you create it, thank you for sharing it. And you never know who's gonna say, "I really needed this."